Opa, voltando aqui.
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get
Consegui
inside?
fazer as
We have
coisas,
to talk.
procurei, andei.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
Achamos a mãe dela.
I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to stop him, to make everything right.
Wait a minute. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you. So how has it come to pass that a vampire hunter is in the company of my daughter? It pains me to think you traveled with Serana under the guise of her protector in an effort to hunt me down. Coming from one who murders vampires as a trade, I find it hard to believe your intentions are noble. Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you. You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself. When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Auriel and his arcane weapon, Auriel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon. Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor.
Realmente, parada tá sinistra.
Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible. If Harkon obtained Auriel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires.
Pessoal, realmente a história tá ficando interessante.
If you believe that, then you're a bigger fool than I originally suspected.
Filho da puta.
Don't you think I weighed that option before I enacted my plans? You care nothing for Serana, or our plight. Whether or not you've become one of us in order to survive the Soul Cairn, you're still a vampire hunter at heart. You're here because we're abominations in your mind. Evil creatures that need to be destroyed. Serana, this stranger aligns himself with those that would hunt you down and slay you like an animal. Yet I should entrust you to him.
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
How dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
Serana, if you'd only open your eyes. The moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you too. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him, before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me, but for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can. Yes, I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins. You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down. One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnevere roaming the cairn. Be wary of him. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat.
Bem, então já fiz 2 baneagens de 3, beleza, então
As you've been traveling in the Soul Cairn, your body has become attuned to it. Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place, a bit of the Soul Cairn filled the void. You should find no difficulty using the portal any longer. When I entered the Soul Cairn, I had intended to strike a bargain with the Ideal Masters, the custodians of this place. I requested refuge in the Soul Cairn, and in exchange, I would provide the Ideal Masters the souls that they craved. If I had foreseen the value they placed on my own soul, I would never have come here. The Ideal Masters unleashed their keepers and sent them to destroy me. Fortunately, I was able to hold them at bay and retreat into these ruins. Unfortunately, yes. Since the Keepers weren't able to claim my soul, they had their minions construct a barrier that I'd never be able to breach. Time has very little meaning to me. Consequently, it has little meaning to the Ideal Masters as well. I suppose you could call this the ultimate waiting game, each watching the other to see which will give in.
alguém me
I know
empurrou
very little
legal.
about them. They're mystic entities that lord over the Soul Cairn, controlling every aspect from its fabric to its appearance. Well, some necromancers believe they are the crystalline structures dotting the Soul Cairn. I believe there's more to it than that. I think they transcend what we perceive as a physical form. Perhaps they were once corporeal beings, but they've obviously reached a point where they no longer require a tangible presence. Conduits, through which the Ideal Masters speak to their underlings and feed on their victims. The Ideal Masters' weakness is their insatiable hunger for pure souls. It's the reason for the Soul Cairn's existence,
Para de empurrar,
and the only leverage a
Verana,
necromancer has
Verana.
when bargaining with them. The ability to summon powerful undead guardians, as one would conjure an Atronak or Daedra. However, the majority of necromancers that are foolish enough to enter into a bargain with the Ideal Masters wind up here, as harvested souls. Harkon's vision is a world plunged in eternal darkness, where the vampire can flourish, and never again fear the tyranny of the sun. What he fails to realize is how much attention would be called to our kind if the prophecy came to fruition. If eternal night fell, there are many who wouldn't stand for it. They would raise armies in attempts to return things to normal. The order of the day would be our destruction, until every last vampire was hunted down and eliminated. I do. It's how the vampire has survived for millennia, and the only way we can continue to survive in the future.
Bem, já conversei
Be
tudo.
careful,
Aqui tem
and
uma
keep my
barreira
daughter
invisível.
safe.
Então o que falta é pra lá. Uma coisa legal que eu consegui foi isso aqui. Eu peguei a cabeça do cavalo lá, né? Fui devolver pro cara. O que o cara fez? Ele me devolveu o bichinho. Deixa eu... Ah, isso aqui. Ele me deu o bichinho dele, ó. Um cavalinho esqueleto com chamas azuis. Representando a pelugem, ou sei lá como se fala, o cabelo do cavalo. Então só falta um local pra eu meter porrada. E esse local vai cair porque eu vou meter porrada em todo mundo, porque eu já meti porrada em outros cantos. E eu tô puta revoltos, porque eu quero acabar logo com isso. Vamos correr. Yeah. Yeah. Autista é foda, né? Será que eu já cheguei ali? Né? Creio que sim. Deixa eu só ver se dá pra ravestar aqui, que eu tô com mais uma. Então... Opa, outro ravestar aqui. Ah, é, ele morre. O outro que você pega quando você faz a Thief Guild, Thief ou Assassin's Creed, Guild é muito melhor do que esse negócio aí. Ih, caraca! É mesmo. Último sinal. Eu fui teleportado para uma outra dimensão. Nossa, já estão caindo na porrada. Ei, que uma armadura de dragão. Você não vai se mexer não, pô. Haha. Speak to Valerie. Seria aqui que meu Deus. Coisa bizarra. Tá, então matei os 3 Keepers. Vou pra lá pra falar com a Valéria. Porque 2 Keepers não sei como eu já havia matado, porque eu sou ninja de ninja. E vamos lá. Essa parte aqui já tô acabando. O meu HD vai explodir daqui a pouco porque não vai ter mais espaço. 25 na mão é pobre, né? Fazer pobre. E vim pro lugar errado. Pensei que era aqui. Serana sumiu de novo. Ô mulherzinha do cão, cara, pra ficar sumindo assim. Por isso que eu acabo jogando sozinho, porque aí o NPC não demora pra me alcançar, nem nada. Aí o que eu faço? Vou forçar... Pô, coitado desses dragões. Aí eu vou forçar o NPC a correr até mim. Porque ele vai sentir a distância, eu acho, eu espero, eu sinto, eu provoco. Ela não tá vindo, eu tô ficando com medo de ter que voltar lá embaixo pra buscar ela. Que aí não vai ser uma coisa muito legal pra mim não. Ah, vamos lá. Se tiver que acontecer, vai acontecer. Ih, tô sem barreira aqui, ó. Legal. Só lixo. Aí ela aqui, viu?
You managed to destroy all 3. Yes. Please follow me. Keep watch for Dernevere.
Então,
With the prison's
estamos
barrier
preparados
down,
para a
it's
guerra.
almost certain to investigate.
The sooner we get out of this place, the better.
The Elder Scroll is just a bit further.
I can't believe we found my mother alive.
Só dar uma salvada aqui.
You know.
Não, apertei F5. Não, apertei F6. Pronto, está salvo e vamos lá cair na porrada. Então, calma aí. Bem, galerinha do mal, voltei. É claro, com até um erro de imagem aqui, mas tudo bem. Vamos indo agora para dentro das masmorras, onde eu até possivelmente poderia conhecer um dragão desta região. Eu já tô de saco cheio de lugares abertos.
I hear something.
Olha, o dragão que ela havia comentado. Vai, 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 vai.
I knew I heard something.
Sério que você ouviu? Detalhe é não ser acertado pelo dragão. Oh, entendeu? Cuidado. Tem que matar o dragão pelo visto porque está em cima de inimigos, então. Pousa, filha da puta. Tá ali. Vamos ver se esse dragão vai me dar medo. Ah! Eu matei o dragão. Aquilo é dragão. Que sacanagem. Todo feliz.
Come on. She's leading us to the scroll.
Pô, sacanagem. Bem, venci o dragão. Pensei que ia ganhar uma aula de dragão e itens legais dentro dele. Ali provavelmente está o Elder Screw. Vamos andar calmamente que nem ela. Lá, 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 lá. Vamos andar bem calmamente para o objetivo. Os NPC se movem bem devagar.
Forgive my astonishment, but I never thought I'd witness the death of that dragon.
Ferro. Olha quantas coisas. Uma parte de poções, mas não sou fã de poção. Será que eu pego? Mas...
Come on. She's leading us to the scroll.
A gente não tá no scroll, não?
Come on. She's leading us to the scroll.
Forgive my astonishment. Volumes written on Durnevere allege that he can't be slain by normal means. It appears they were mistaken. Yes. The soul of a dragon is as resilient as its owner's scale. It's possible that your killing blow has merely displaced Durnevere's physical form while he reconstitutes himself. Minutes, hours, years, I can't even begin to guess. I suggest we don't wait around to find out. Now, let's get you the Elder Scroll and you can be on your way.
Come on. She's leading us to the scroll.
Now that you've retrieved the Elder Scroll, I have no choice. As I told you before, I'm a daughter of Cold Harbor. If I return to Tamriel, That increases Harkon's likelihood of bringing the tyranny
Aí,
of the sun to
Tamriel, que é
fruition.
o nome oficial do lá que seria do centro do centro do Império.
I appreciate your concern for me, but Serana is all that I care about. You must keep her safe at all costs. Remember that Harkon is not to be trusted. No matter what he promises,
Eu sei que a gente tem
he'll
caso, mas
deceive
calma.
in order to get what he wants. And promise me that you'll keep my daughter safe. She's the only thing of value I have left.
Let's go home.
Return to Tamriel. Então Tamriel não é nem o nome da capital do local, e sim, na verdade, é o nome do continente. Acho tudo bem. Pensei que teria alguma coisa de útil aqui pra voltar. Deixa eu ver aqui. Aqui onde o dragão apareceu, ressuscitou não, né? Apareceu. Então aqui pode tirar algo. Não tem porcaria nenhuma. Legal. Mas poderia ter uma caixa, né? Não tem nada. Legal, mapa grande desse, uma batalha. E não ter nada. É como querer trollar alguém. Bem, agora que já tá feito as coisas, me meteu o pé. Porque não há motivos para ficar aqui, mais nesses raios caindo na minha cabeça. Fiquei cansadinho. Então agora, vamos lá. Olha que dragão lindo. Não! Ih. É mesmo, fodeu.
Stay your weapons. I would speak with you, Quinarin.
Outro dragão que fala. Legal.
Cursed, not dead. Doomed to exist in this form for eternity. Trapped between Laas and Enoch. Between life and death. I believe in civility among seasoned warriors, and I find your ear worthy of my words. My claws have rendered the flesh of innumerable foes, but I have never once been felled on the field of battle. I therefore honor name you Quinarin, or Vanquisher in your tongue.
Olha. Agora eu sou, além de Dovahkiin, sou isso aí.
Your words do me great honor. My desire to speak with you was born from the result of our battle, Quinarin. I merely wish to respectfully ask a favor of you. For countless years I've roamed the Soul Cairn in unintended service to the ideal masters. Before this, I roamed the skies above Tamriel. I desire to return there. I fear that my time here has taken its toll upon me. I share a bond with this dreaded place. If I ventured far from the Soul Cairn, my strength would begin to wane until I was no more. I will place my name with you and grant you the right to call my name from Tamriel. Do me this simple honor, and I will fight at your side as your Graze Mazen, your ally, and teach you my Thum.
Legal.
Trivial in your mind, perhaps. For me, it would mean a great deal. I don't require an answer, Quinarin. Simply speak my name to the heavens when you feel the time is right.
Vou summonar um dragão?
There was a time when I called Tamriel my home, but those days have long since passed. The Dova roamed the skies, vying for their small slices of territory that resulted in immense and ultimately fatal battles.
Legal, vou poder summonar ele.
I was. But unlike some of my brethren, I sought solutions outside the norm in order to maintain my superiority. I began to explore what the Dova call Elok Dilan, the ancient forbidden art that you call necromancy. The Ideal Masters assured me that my powers would be unmatched, that I could raise legions of the undead. In return, I was to serve them as a keeper until the death of the one who calls herself Valerica. I discovered too late that the Ideal Masters favor deception over honor, and had no intention of releasing me from my binding. They had control of my mind, but fortunately they couldn't possess my soul. Free? No. I have been here too long, Quanarin. The Soul Cairn has become a part of what I am. I can never fully call Tamriel my home again, or I would surely perish. I only hope that you will allow me the precious moments of time there, through your call. In my language, the Quanarin is the vanquisher. The one who has bested a fellow Dova in battle. You are the Dova King, the Dragonborn. You may not be one of us in body, but you have earned the right to bear this title.
Legal.
I'm glad we found the scroll.
Então, meu filho,
I wish you could come with us.
você vai ser um dragão que eu poderei summonar. Que coisa fofa. Então é isso, pô. Para não ficar um vídeo muito grande, ver essas partes aí. E agora vocês sabem que eu tenho como summonar esse dragão gigante do mal, demoníaco, e que eu nunca tinha visto antes. E ele está mexendo a cabeça olhando pra mim. Socorro! Não é pra mim não. Então foi isso aí. Até mais alguns gameplays toscos que eu vou fazer ainda de Skyrim. Né?